fan air is whipping. Whipping. So, Fighting Force Collection not coming till December 31st. Okay, IGN's literally smoking meth. Dude, how are you guys thinking that this is only a fucking 5.5 out of 10? I even respect a 7.4 out of 10. Like, fighting, like, everyone who rated this a 5.5 was probably a single child. An only child, because if you played this game with any siblings or anything, this would, yeah. But yeah, if I played Fighting Force by myself, probably wouldn't be very nostalgic. So I'm taking this with a grain of salt. Let's see what they have to say about it. Browser main story, yep. Starting time, yeah. That's everything. Oh, I thought they had their own. There we go. Not recommended beat. Not recommended. Played by himself. You play this game by yourself, yeah, not really the funnest. But you can literally play Fighting Force. I'm pretty sure you can play with up to like 4 players, or I might be wrong. But not Fighting Force is a fun one. I would just recommend not playing it by yourself. Oh, so IGN goes by everyone else's rating in the reviews. Recommended beat, not recommended beat, not recommended beat, not recommended. Characters, yeah, I guess the combat can be a little bland, and there's not really any customization. Difficulty, yeah. Graphics, yeah. There you go. See, I told you. I was like, one person, there's going to at least be one review. Perfect game for multiplayer. Don't recommend it at all for one player. Playing that game by yourself would not be fun. I'm happy someone admitted it. And it's like, hey, the game, it's a good game. Yeah, recommended, like, it's a good game. But playing it by yourself is not where it's at. Liked and disliked. Not recommended beat. Liked and disliked. Recommended beat. Yes, the co-op is good. See, you had a good experience because you played it with someone. Fighting Force is not the game to play by yourself. But if you play it with someone, oh, the game is so fire. That's the whole reason why I'm looking at it right now. Why did they push it till December 31st of 2025? Probably because there's not enough hype right now. I'm hyped for it. I just don't like how far away the date is for it to come out. Because first it said coming out in May. We never give an exact day. Oh, sorry, 2025. They didn't say May. Well, it was only announced 10 months ago. Let me give him a break. Okay, I'll give him a break. That AI is wild. Anything by FTC denied. Thick amounts of love. Oh man. Won't be spend shit like that. Five Nights at Diddy's. Yeah, this is goofy. Hold on, let me watch this video. My hair dry. It's dry. Hold on, brother. Let me hear what you gotta say about this.
For multiple years now, Xbox has been fighting the FTC in terms of getting the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Yes, the deal did go through, and all of the games have been a part of Xbox's first party lineup now for a while, but they were still in a battle with the FTC, and it has finally ended.
Nice. Don't even know what that really stands for.
So this one hits closer to home, I would say, because when everything was happening between Microsoft, Xbox, and the FTC, I was covering a lot of that, reading through all the documents. I spent countless hours going through everything, trying to make understandings as to what everything meant in these big legal and lawyer documents. And obviously I'm not a lawyer, but I gave my opinions, and people seemed to really enjoy it. It was a very interesting time during the channel, and people had thought that after Activision Blizzard had officially become a part of Xbox's first-party studios, it was over. And it wasn't until now, as the FTC has lost the appeal to stop Microsoft's Activision Blizzard deal that has already happened. So some interesting stuff here. We will go over this because appeals court today upheld the denial from what they had before with this deal going through. So here it is. Here is the official ruling now. So I think everybody can finally move on from this. I think most people had already moved on, but there was still a chance here that this deal wasn't going to happen. It says that the Federal Trade Commission has lost its appeal of a ruling in its case against Microsoft's $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. And in 2023, the FTC requested a preliminary injunction to prevent the company from finalizing the deal, while its legal challenge to the acquisition from 2022 was in progress. They say with control of Activision's content, Microsoft would have the ability and increased incentive to withhold or degrade Activision's content in ways that substantially lessen competition, including competition on product quality, price, and innovation. And the district court denied the FTC's request, and a day after the ruling, the FTC appealed. The deal was completed in October of 2023. Now, the appeals court panel has affirmed that the denial has happened here. And here is what they say. Panel says that given the FTC's failure to make an adequate showing as to its likelihood of success on the merits as to any of its theories, the district court properly denied the FTC's motion for a preliminary injunction on that basis, and the deal is still subject of an administrative proceeding that remains pending before the FTC. So obviously they're saying here they would just have no chance at winning. Everything they're saying could potentially happen isn't going to happen. And this was kind of the sentiment that a lot of people had, including myself, when covering this back in 2022, that all of the arguments PlayStation was making back when Jim Ryan was making arguments just were bogus. There weren't anything that Xbox was trying to do. And obviously that proof has been in the pudding over these last number of years, specifically with putting games onto many different platforms, putting games onto their direct competitor in PlayStation 5. The quality of the games have absolutely not been degraded. In fact, they've been pretty good and maybe even better or improved from previous years. I don't know if that has anything to do with Xbox, but the games themselves and the development process has not really changed, and we're still getting some of the great stuff. Call of Duty being the major one here. Black Ops 6 was a phenomenal game, one of the better ones in the series. It is now all over. This appeal is done, and this case can now be moved on from. And if you look back at 2023, even just 2 years from there, lots has changed. We just even got Gears of War being announced for the PlayStation 5. So the entire industry is completely different. This thing about withholding games to try to take out the competition obviously is not something that Xbox ever had in mind. And maybe you could say some of the reasons why they are doing what they are doing is because of the major pushback the FTC did give them, and they wanted to stay in those good graces to make sure that this deal did not get reversed after it had gone through. So a lot of interesting stuff here, but the entire saga of Activision, Blizzard, Xbox versus the FTC seemingly now is over, as the appeals court did uphold the denial.
Nice. Right to it. Let's see.
You really gotta be mad at somebody if you arguing on a scooter like that. Like the whole entire time I thought she was gonna fall off that joint, bro. I'm happy she didn't. I'm happy she didn't, but I thought she was about to fall off that joint, bro. You really gotta be mad. That situation had to be that serious.
I'm not interested, man.
That's happened to me before when you talking to a woman, she seemed like she's just halfway interested, and that's when I just halfway leave the conversation.
Yeah.
Like mid-conversation, I don't even finish my sentence. I just walk on and talk to another woman who seemed like she's interested. You know what's crazy? That woman who seemed like she wasn't showing you no interest, as soon as you talk to her, she see you talking to a woman that actually is interested in you and giving you the time of day.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden she's interested now. Man, like I don't like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I really don't, bro.
I'm good, real goofy energy.
I said, you think I'm just gonna sit here and hold the seat back? No.
But Natalie, you have 25 bags.
Well, hello? Bitches, bags can't keep up with me.
If that woman traveled with a bunch of bags, that means she also comes with a bunch of baggage. That was corny.
I'm asking you a simple question.
Do you give me money
I'm asking
for
you
the
a
kid?
simple question.
What?
Yes, I do.
You
if
do?
if you say my son needs Pampers, he needs clothes, he needs sneakers, you need money. I don't do that.
I mean, you buy
Yes
him...
or no? No. I
You don't
do.
send me money. You buy him stuff.
I don't send you money. What
Like
are you?
maybe like $50 here and there, $100 here and there.
200, whatever it's called. Whatever your hand
it's like
calls for is what I said.
It's like a scratch-off ticket. Sometimes you win and sometimes you don't.
Man.
Who spends more money on him?
The only money that you spend more than me is because you pay for an au pair.
Okay.
Which I don't even
What about
believe
food?
in. Food.
What do you mean
How many
believe in?
times have I taken you to the grocery market and given you
stop.
money to go grocery shopping? I can go to text right now. Yo, send me $100 for groceries. Send me $100 for this. Send me $100 for that. And it gets sent. Because if it
I don't want
doesn't
to argue with you.
if
right
it
now
doesn't
about
get
money.
sent, I'm gonna have an annoying chickmunk bothering me.
It'd be so funny when you argue with somebody and you start making more sense than them. and they don't have no valid response for you, so they try to just change the subject. Or they're like, I don't want to argue no more. And this is not just a woman thing, bro. Men do this bull crap too, bro. I be hating when men be, oh, women don't take accountability. I don't either, bro. Except y'all call it pride. They don't take accountability, and y'all be prideful. So it's the same thing. Yeah, like, and also too, if you don't understand who that is, that's DDG's sister, and she also has a boyfriend, or I think about to be her fiance, something like that. Man, homie's like 6'4". They both, DDG made a statement about that situation, and her boyfriend, who she been with for years, made a statement about that. And they both said, well, I didn't hear what DDG said, but her boyfriend said if he was there, this is why he goes to the gym, because they're famous and things like that. He goes to the gym, and he stays in the gym for situations like that. He said if he was there, that wouldn't happen, which is true because he's with her all the time. That doesn't happen. The moment that he's not there, a dude trolls like that. And sometimes this is why women, they think they don't need like protection, but they do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think, oh, we don't need a man and that. Sometimes they say stuff like that. Y'all do. Y'all need protection. And sometimes people say, well, y'all protecting us from men, so it's really men is a problem. Look, before it was men, it was animals, wild animals, it was all type of different things in the jungle. Who's protecting? The men. All right? It ain't just men protecting women against from men. It's men protecting women from all of the things in the world that could harm the woman.
Spitting facts.
We are the protectors. Men are the protectors. And her protector, God's the ultimate protector. But her man who protects her wasn't there at the time.
Here we go. One. Stand back a bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Look how Bobby Valentino look at him, bro. He look at him like, bro, what is you doing, bro? You want some, bro?
Yeah,
you want something else? Look, after he done kissed her, cause he didn't notice at first. If he ever noticed, he didn't notice at first. After he, look, you see the whole time he looking at her, right? First, Ray J is kissing a fan on the cheek, right? The whole time Bobby Valentino look at the camera, he don't even know what's going on. Then he realized, because the lady made him realize. And look how Bobby Valentino look at him. He's like, bro, what is up with homie, bro? But that is your man's. That's been your homie for years. You don't know how he is? He looking at him like he's surprised that Ray J's doing that. Look, he's still looking at him like that. Then he pulls him to the side. I saw this video before. Look, he pulls him to the side like, bro, you can't do that. Look. He pulled him to the side like, bro, like, chill out.
That's where now.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Currently in a bar.
Say nice landing. Scout.
Let's go. You want to share it with us?
He looked like he ignoring him.
He's checking his Facebook status, y'all. Yeah, she looked just like you.
She don't look nothing like you. It's so crazy how other cultures, like, they look at you, and it's like they basically, other cultures see you so differently than your own culture, your own ethnicity, your own people. They see you so differently because they don't look nothing alike. Ethnically, yeah, they're both black, yes. All of us black people, we have something in common because we're black. But they look nothing alike. And he's sitting over there like, looking through his phone the whole time like, yeah, let me show you this woman that you look just like. They don't look nothing alike. They just both black people. Yo, people don't be thinking about the fact that they might go to jail when they do stuff like that. And then he says the N-word. Bro.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Like, people don't be thinking about, bro, you about to, like, really, like, you're probably going to go to jail, bro. You're going to pay a fine or something. Like, people don't be thinking before they do stuff. Like, who crashing out for what, bro? It ain't worth it. It is not worth to get all emotional like that, bro. Do some drink, and now you about to get in trouble for throwing a drink.
Oh, go ahead. You talking about I ain't give you shit. I ain't give you shit. Don't say
She done stole the shoes on y'all. Y'all stop being y'all done let her come steal the shoes. Yeah, baby, don't do that. They thought yes, she gonna be short. You see that? So why you said why you get that in the shoes? I've been on the end line. What you mean? So we have receipts. Let me just put it all out there. If you want to put on the shoes, because when I walked out, you said you don't tell on me. Yes, I'm gonna tell on you. So you got it. You girl, I ain't saying nothing to you. You tripping? Yeah, you better get the shoes out for that. That's time for it.
I can't believe people still on this type of time, like waiting for Jordans. Like that's so 1999. That's so 2010. Bro, it's a whole 40 years later when Jordan released his first shoe and people still in the hood tripping about stuff like that. Y'all could easily put that money in the stock. Come back a month or two later and then give you could put $100 or $200 in stock. Come back 2 months later and you at least made $20 to $50 maybe. You know what I'm saying? But y'all buying Jordans and waiting in line and doing all that stuff. Y'all still doing that? I thought the Jordans. Y'all still doing that? And he's releasing the same shoes over and over again. That's the 5s. That means that's his 5th. That was his 5th shoe that came out, which means that came out in the 90s. And y'all way past the 2000s still arguing about shoes and stuff. And waiting in line, waiting 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning for some Jordans that he already released back in the 90s. They just put a different color to it or something. What's going on with y'all, bro? Y'all priorities, man.
This woman walks up to me, and before I can even take a headphone out, she's talking. So I take one out, and I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, oh my God, I love your jacket. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, and yes, she was. So I'm like, thank you so much. And she's like, so where'd you get it? And I could already tell I wasn't gonna enjoy this conversation. I was already tired, so I was a big gatekeepy, not gonna lie. I was like, I thrifted it. And she gives me this look like she doesn't believe me, right? Which, I mean, fair, because I am lying. So you would think that she would just take the hint and move on, right? Wrong. So how much was it? Which really perplexed me because I'm like, regardless of how much I paid for this, number one, I'm not giving it to you. And number two, it's thrifted. So you're not going to be able to just go into a store and buy it. So again, I lied, as one does. I said, oh, it was like $50. Because I don't feel like having this conversation with this annoying ass woman again. And she just kind of walks off. I mean, the train was coming, but there was no thank you. She's just like, oh, okay. Because one, I guess she didn't believe me. And two, I really think that she was appalled that I did not want to have this conversation with her. And it made me think about how different groups are socialized. Because Black and brown people, we're used to being dismissed, right? Women, we're used to being dismissed. And women are used to being dismissed too, or people being dismissive of us. But I feel like...
Man, stop the cap. You're a beautiful woman. Who's dismissing you? There's something called pretty privilege. They talk about it all the time. You have pretty privilege, which means you get the opposite of dismissed. I would say missed, but I'm trying to figure out a way. You get noticed.
Unmissed.
Talking about you get dismissed.
You get unmissed.
I get tired of this
women
bullcrap.
And I'm not saying that I was perfect in this situation, but I just think it's interesting what people feel entitled to, right? Whether it be conversation, whether it be your time, answers. Because at the end of the day, I could have just ignored her and kept my headphones in, but I didn't. But I don't know. I just think about how different groups of people, different people would have handled that situation, and I feel like a lot of us would have just read the room and been like, okay, thanks, have a good day. But we aren't all socialized the same, so.
It's so crazy how she made it into a whole racial thing when she could have just been honest and straightforward with the woman from the get-go. I just don't understand how people are so much more comfortable getting on social media or getting on their phone, speaking the 100% truth to the phone, which is going to reach maybe thousands or millions of people, when the person that you actually standing in front of, you're scared to tell the truth to. You're more comfortable telling the truth to an inanimate object, which is a phone. Not only a phone, but to thousands and millions of people potentially, who are real people who are going to watch it through the internet, than the one person right in front of you. You could have just told her the truth. You would have avoided all that. I think because I'm an honest, I like to be truthful. I'd be like, I ain't gonna lie, woman. I just don't want to. I just don't want to have this conversation. And I don't want to tell you where I got my jacket from.
Yep.
And
No
no offense,
really
though.
like talking right now.
And she would be like, she would have reacted however she would have reacted and she would have left. Or whatever. She would have left. Right? The problem is people don't be wanting to offend nobody. But you still offended her.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be better if you was instead of doing all that lying? And when you lie like that, you end up, if you don't want to talk to a person or deal with a person, when you lie and somebody know you lying, that conversation that conversation that you don't want to have with that person, you just extended it. Then if you were to be truthful and honest, it's so straight to the point, then it'd be like, dang, they don't really want to talk to me? All right, I'm out there. But if you're doing that lying stuff, they're just going to keep asking more and more questions. Like, I know this person ain't lying to me. Or, I believe what they're saying, but I'm more curious about this, and that, and the other thing.
Anyway, therapy was today. We on Thursdays now. My nose is red, so you already know what it is. Being a single mother is fucking hard, and that's what we talked
I will say this. The fact that she's going to therapy is a really great thing.
about today in therapy. Okay? As good as I make it look, and I do make it look good, this shit is hard, all right? And when young women ask me about being a mother, or women in general who don't have children ask me about being a mother, I always tell them, don't fucking do it. The anxiety around being a mother just makes it, you know, I don't want to say not worth it, but like, honestly, if you
Doing
can
it by
save yourself
yourself
some anxiety,
is
why the fuck
probably
not?
tough. Doing it alone.
No. Being a mother is a beautiful thing. Being
Yes.
a father is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Being a mother and being a dad is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Being a parent is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
That's something that comes from God. All right? Being a single mother, though,
That's tough.
the single part is a choice.
And
Because
yeah.
you decided to choose a person, well, in most situations, it's a choice.
I
You don't know.
want so much for my son to have a better
And what I'm saying is it's harder, it's more difficult when you don't have both parents.
Yes. Yes.
So all the pressure goes on one parent,
Yep.
and then they say, oh, it's too
This
much
is
anxiety, da. When you have two parents, you can balance it out. If the mother's too tired, let the dad watch the sons and daughters until she gets fully rested.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? Like,
life
I'm
for
with you.
me. Little
100%.
to no trauma. I want him to grow up knowing how to swim and fish and ride a bike and roller skate and all the shit that kids supposed to know how to do. You know what I'm saying? And also I want him to take vacations and have this village of loving people and positivity. But I also have goals. I'm still trying to elevate myself, you know, and I don't want to stay stagnant.
You sort of have to, though. You sort of have to. Now that you have kids, you can't do that.
Because I'm gonna stay where I know I have a lot of support, which really is nowhere. But you know, it would have been easier for me to be back in my hometown because that's where my immediate family is. But that ain't me. I'm in Houston, and I'm in Houston with nobody. You know what I'm saying? And as fucked up as me and my mom's relationship was, and kind of still is, I think I took for granted the fact that I could always call her and she would be there. Now, I would be dealing with
you're getting
other
that.
bullshit on the back end, but she would still be there as support for me and Cam. And that's just the physical anxiety. We're not talking about the emotional anxiety that comes with constantly worrying when Cam is not with me physically, or never wanting him to be sad and just worrying about the heartbreak and heartache that he's gonna have to go through growing up as a young man and as an adult. Yeah.
those are things that a dad can teach him how to navigate through, just how to navigate. The dad teaches a young man how to navigate through life emotionally, how to be a man, how to be tough enough to understand how the world is and how the world is not sympathetic, or what's the word I'm looking for? They're not compassionate towards men. So that dad will help him prepare to be able to face the world and be prepared for pretty much almost anything.
The anxiety is just never ending. And I mean, you see women out there who put themselves before their kids all the time. They don't give a damn. And then you see those women who put their kids first so much
that they forget about their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, and everything. And so it's harder as a woman who's trying to balance, you know?
You know where that balance is supposed to come from? The dad.
Exactly. Spit facts.
When you're taking care of him, that's what you're supposed to do. But when you're not taking care of him, you could be, if the dad is watching him or the dad is spending time with him playing basketball or throwing a football or a baseball or something like that or tennis, you could be pursuing your aspirations and goals and dreams on the side.
Exactly.
While the dad is kicking it with his son, spending time with his son, teaching him life lessons, just spending quality time with his son. Half of the things that you're worried about, you wouldn't even be worried about if you would have picked the right man.
Yes, I'm gonna say if you went about it the right way.
You got to pick the right man.
If you went about it
Hope
the right
you
way.
having fun with them hoes.
Hoes? This is all fishing with the bros. Just trying to live our fucking life.
Man.
That's how I be.
We just trying to live our fucking life.
Half of my friends, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Half of my friends, I can't even kick it with them like that no more. Ever since, no shade to them. Ever since they got in a relationship, bro, they like, man, most of my friends, I feel like they some simps, bro. If y'all ever watch one of these videos, y'all get mad at me. I'm straight up. I feel like y'all some simps. I ain't got no friend, none of my homies, that to me is the alpha in the relationship. It's like all them scared of their women, bro. It's like it's hard to find real men these days who really call the shots and who really like wear the pants in a relationship and not scared of their woman, or not scared of offending their woman and stuff like that.
I ain't know how to offend no one.
It's just, I don't get it. Like, where did the real man go? I'm right here. I'm the one that's left. No, I'm playing. I'm one of the ones that's left. It's not really many. At least in my friend group, it's not, and that's sad.
The real fact to that is they just need to do better at making time to hang out with their friends. They're not doing better at prioritizing hanging out with friend time. Oh no. I don't want to look at that. Anyone who agrees with calling kids with special needs slurs can fuck off. That's it. If you agree with calling kids slurs, you go to hell. Special needs kids slurs at that. No one can play legit or something. I don't even want to like. It's just
there have been multiple cases where gamers are exposed live, but wait until you hear about how the richest man in the world has been faking his gaming career for years. Elon Musk has now been exposed countless times for lying about his abilities, and this all started when he claimed he was top 20 in the world for best Diablo 4 players.
So are you in the top 20 in the world, or top 20? Wow, in Diablo.
Yeah. But when he began saying he was also amazing at Path of Exile 2, that's when players really dug deep to expose him as a fraud. Despite having an account that was top 20, when they looked at his streams, Elon didn't even know how to do basic things like click in the UI. Eventually, they documented every single piece of evidence out there, proving that he was actually paying people to play for him. And this somehow got even more embarrassing. Elon's own daughter came out and said he was also garbage at Overwatch.
when I was like 12. He was bronze in Overwatch, and he would try to constantly get us to play ranked with him, and I'm like 90% sure it was just because we could carry him. And I was like a 12-year-old Hanzo main who was like barely in silver. Why would you even pretend to be like, it's fine not to be a gamer?
But what about the time Nadeshot leaked personal details to his viewers? Oh no. Of course he's been around forever, so it was only a matter of time before he accidentally opened his Twitch dashboard. We just weren't expected to see over 230K in a single month.
Hey, $200,000 man, what's up?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Matt, can I get 5? I know you got it.
Not sure what anybody's talking about here.
However, there are funnier things to be exposed for, like AJ Lester, who might be the smartest pirate on Earth. This guy went live and started playing UFC on Xbox, except the graphics looked good. Almost too good. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, he was streaming the real pay-per-view fight to viewers who couldn't afford it. And by pretending it was a game, he managed to avoid a copyright strike for most of the fight. People even pointed out that he was pressing the correct buttons for jabs and kicks. My guy went all out. But what about one of the most powerful gamers out there? Dan Clancy is the CEO of Twitch and loves to show off all the new features of the site, like when they announce stories. If only Dan realized he was about to expose his entire For You page.
You click there.
Oh.
Now you're in your stories.
Oh, you're caught. Oh, you're caught. Oh, you're caught. You're caught, bro.
Okay. And the worst part, Dan didn't even learn his lesson. Just a week later, and he did it again.
See clips? Swipe this way, and now you're seeing clips. The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
One of the gamers you'd never expect to have a scandal is Dr. Lupo. This week, he was playing chess in a $100,000 charity tournament when all of a sudden, he dropped out, saying he had the main stream up on his left monitor over the course of the day, leading him to getting move information he shouldn't have had. Well, what if I told you this was actually a massive lie? Straight after this was posted, Chess.com revealed he didn't quit, he was kicked out, saying Dr. Lupo had been closed for a fair play violation, and receiving any help is a violation of the policy and will result in disqualification.
If you want, you can watch back through. People are saying he's looking at his left monitor. This is what my monitors look like, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I beat your boy. I'm not great at chess. I had a really good couple games.
Now, Reddit was super suspicious of Lupo, saying his win was basically a 2% chance of happening, and that the only explanation that made sense was that he had to be using a cheat engine.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't long before Lupo stopped hiding his guild.
It sucks.
Oh, you got into Arc Raiders, you son of a bitch, you.
I deserve 100%. I deserve 100% of what people are saying. Using an engine to fix my own fragility is pathetic. Yeah.
He came out and posted a huge apology on Twitter, admitting the internet had been right since the very beginning. Clearly, Lupo felt super bad, though, as he revealed he was starting therapy to figure out why he felt the need to cheat in the first place. Let's take things over to Snoop Dogg,
so
one of the most famous celebrity streamers out there, and also a true gamer. Well, except for one moment 7 years ago when he was caught faking a live stream. Now, he was paid to promote a battle royale game called SOS, and it was going smoothly until fans noticed he was moving while his hands were clearly visible, basically revealing he wasn't actually playing the game.
So who spoke this place out?
I did. My fault.
Yo, watch it back.
I'm sorry.
It turns out a developer was playing for him, and while fans were pretty disappointed, luckily Snoop has never done this since. Although, it can get so much worse. Sure, pretending to play a game isn't great, but what about a streamer who faked an entire disability just for views? In 2013, Zillion OP was growing quickly, claiming to be paralyzed from the waist down and streaming from his wheelchair. Now, he made over $20,000 from his channel, spending it on a new chair and moving closer to his girlfriend. But while streaming with his partner, he decided to head to the bathroom, seemingly forgetting that he was paralyzed.
Easily outgeared. Are you talking? Oh my god!
Yeah, even his girlfriend gasped for a second there, and by the time he came back, he moved the camera so you couldn't see him sit back down. Immediately, Twitch banned Zillion, and this became a huge controversy. His girlfriend even went on to claim that he was undergoing physiotherapy to get control of his lower half, but he did remain paralyzed. However, 7 years later, he appeared again after someone found his new YouTube account with a different username. There he was, without a wheelchair. He even came out with a response in 2022, claiming he never said he was paralyzed. And let's just say, the gaming scene absolutely eviscerated him. But sometimes gamers get exposed just for joking. Tim the Tatman sent out a post in March claiming he was now the #1 player in the world at Marvel Rivals. And lo and behold, complete proof on the leaderboards. However, it wouldn't be long before the replies exposed everything. They revealed that the real #1 player changed their name to Tim the Tatman after he gifted them 150 subs. And yeah, this even resulted in a big fat community note on Tim's post. Now, Tim was just trying to prank his audience, only to be called #1 in weight instead. Ouch. All of our streamers so far have been caught by keen-eyed viewers. But what about police exposing you? Well, Kiara Kitty was doing an IRL stream in Taiwan when all of a sudden she was attacked by someone with eggs. I mean, I guess it happens. There are plenty of crazy moments in IRL streams just like this. So, Kiara reported this to the police and told the local news she was attacked because the person's husband was subscribed to her 18+ content. Well, good news and bad news. Police eventually caught her attacker. The only issue? It was her male employee. The whole thing was orchestrated for attention to promote her adult content, and she never even reported the actual accident to the police. Unfortunately for Kiara, the cops took this very seriously, and she was banned from the island for spreading rumors and disrupting public peace. But she's not the only person to manipulate viewers. Epic Seastar came out of nowhere in 2022, blowing up thanks to his insane Jump King speedruns. Fans were shocked at his ability to break records in even the most competitive categories. On the surface, it was suspicious, but everything pointed at this being totally real. From the live webcam, to the game countdown timer, and even showing what buttons he was pressing. Surely you couldn't fake this, right? Well, he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for a single number during his speedrun. See, at the end screen, fans noticed something was off about the timer. It was missing a single digit at the start, and instead of 7, it should say 07. Not to mention the amount of jumps weren't adding up in his playthrough. Well, come to find out, he was faking the entire time. Pre-recording the runs with a fake timer in the corner, and then recording his webcam over it to appear live. This guy went through so many hoops to make it look legit, and in the end was only caught because of a single digit. One of the most disgusting gamer controversies revolves around this guy, Slicker. He became a huge streamer in 2021, befriended the top faces of Twitch such as Hassan Hiker and Hachu. While he was known by his viewers for playing Counter-Strike, they had no idea what Slicker was doing behind the scenes. In the background, he would borrow money from friends and insist on paying it back, only to spend it on CSGO gambling. Obviously, gambling addiction only ends one way, having no money left. And this cycle caused Slicker to turn to friends like Hassan and Destiny begging for cash. Now, you might be wondering, how could they just keep giving him money to bet? Well, the truth is, they had no idea. Slicker was exposed for lying, telling them his bank was locked and that he needed the money to prevent his credit score from getting ruined. Instead, he was blowing over 200 grand on his horrible gambling habit. And it gets worse. It wasn't just his friends who were victims of the scam. A lot of the money came from his own viewers, some of which needed it the most. Slicker stole money from hundreds of people, including children and a cancer patient who needed it for a transplant.
Before I was going for my transplant, knowing you're not going to pay, but you're asking for my money that I put together to save my life, and you had no intention. Even though I've already given you money, you never paid that back, and then you asked for another 10K before I'm meant to be going to America to pay for this stuff, man.
In the end, he confessed to it all in a video before promising to pay back everyone he stole from. However, no one believed him. Instead, Ludwig and XQC partnered together to pay back anyone who could prove Slicker stole money from him. But he wasn't the only streamer to steal money from the disadvantaged. That very same year, YouTubers such as RiceGum, Summer Ray, and Joel Morris partnered with members of FaZe Clan to promote a cryptocurrency in the name of charity. It was literally called Save the Kids token and promised to give a percentage of all fees to the Binance charity. Instead, after encouraging their teenage viewers to invest as much as possible into this dodgy coin, fans immediately noticed the value plummet. Now, CoffeeZilla opened an investigation and concluded that Sam Pepper, FaZe K, and other members all colluded to pump and dump the coin from the very beginning, scamming fans for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Immediately, they began damage control, deleting all evidence they had promoted Save the Kids, and claiming they had in fact donated over 80K to charity. Except, this caused Binance to come out and expose them as liars, proving they had never received a penny. FaZe straight up fired K and suspended Jarvis, Nikon, and Tico. It was found that while Tico had never sold any of his coins, the others were in on it together, with K and Sam being the alleged planners of the entire scheme. After getting fired, K claimed that Sam was the one behind it all and threatened to sue CoffeeZilla before paying back the people who lost money in the scam. But it's time we take it back to a more lighthearted story where the Twitch CEO Dan Clancy once again was exposed on stream. This time he was playing GTA RP when someone decided to troll him about Twitch's insane revenue split.
Because you're newer to the job, I'm gonna have to take 50% of your income, so we're gonna be on a 50-50. But after 3 months of working for me, we'll go 70-30. How about that?
73rd. That doesn't sound right to me. All right.
No, it's not.
Yeah, even he thought it sounded unreasonable at first. That was until he realized they were pranking him about his own split, and quickly backtracked.
Yeah, you just gotta do a certain amount of jobs consistently for 3 months in a row, not missing a month.
All right.
You know, and then you'll get the 70-30. But until then, you're gonna get the 50-50.
All I have to say is that seems very fair to me. That seems very fair and reasonable to me. Yes, I think you're just doing a good job helping me out.
Now, the next time you're watching a stream, make sure it's not the military trying to recruit you. Yeah, I'm being totally serious. Back in 2020, the US Army was exposed for hosting fake giveaways on Twitch, using it to advertise recruitment to 13-year-olds. If you click the link to this Xbox controller contest, it would just take you to an Army recruitment form and nothing else. And once this was exposed, the channel stopped streaming, but this wasn't because of Twitch. Turns out, the Army had decided to let the scandal die naturally, and Twitch still has an official partnership with them. They're not banned. So just keep an eye out the next time you see one of them pop up. And something else you probably didn't know is that you can in fact stand up to these large corporations. Just ask Josh, this single gamer from the town Fort Gay, West Virginia. In 2010, he woke up to see his Xbox account had been suspended because of where he lived. After talking to Microsoft support, they refused to accept it was a real place and warned him if he put the name back on his profile, they would cancel his account and not refund his 2-year Xbox Live subscription. He begged them to literally just Google his town, only for them to say, "We can't help you." But luckily, Josh was not going to be pushed over. He went on to contact the mayor of Fort Gay and got him to talk to Xbox instead. And even the mayor got the same response. Microsoft told him that the town's name didn't matter, and it was offensive in any context. Obviously, this was ridiculous, and at this point, they had started to share the story with local news, causing Xbox to backtrack on the scandal and unban Josh.
Nice.
This might have been the most effort anyone has put into undoing a 3-day ban, not to mention bonus points for exposing Xbox. Now it's time for the most infamous expose in YouTube history. In 2016, T Martin and Pro Syndicate were some of the biggest CSGO streamers in the world. They were already massive YouTubers and realized they were getting tons of views just opening crates. But this is when viewers started to notice something. Both of them were playing on the same website, CSGO Lotto. While playing on it, both T Martin and Syndicate would get some of the most insane luck and then encourage their fans to play on the same site right afterwards, even releasing videos like how to win $13,000 in 10 minutes. Now, of course, in 2025, you'd assume they're clearly sponsored by the site, but back then, underage viewers had no idea these guys were being paid to promote it. In fact, T Martin only ever mentioned it once.
I've been starting to bet a little bit more, and he's been hitting me up, and we found this new site called CSGO Lotto, but we were betting on it today, and I won a pot of like $69, but it was like the coolest feeling ever. And I ended up like following them on Twitter and stuff, and they're talking to me about potentially doing like a skin sponsorship. Like they'll give me skins to be able to bet on the site and stuff.
Except, it was so much worse, and it wasn't long before fans watching his streams noticed something weird.
Go, boys! Alright, so I'm gonna open up my...
Yeah, that's him logged into the CSGO Lotto Steam account. Not only were T Martin and Syndicate not sponsored by them, they own the site from day one. After being exposed for straight up lying to their viewers and breaking multiple FTC advertising rules, T Martin responded in the worst possible way.
This is something that has never been a secret. I don't understand why it's this big breaking news now. No, we haven't gone around like bragging about it all over social media and stuff like that, but it's also never been a secret. It's never like been this big, scary, hidden thing, I guess is kind of what people are making it out to be.
1 week later.
Cooper, I have no idea how I'm gonna record this video, dude. However, I do feel like I owe you guys an apology. I am sorry to each and every one of you who felt like that was not made clear enough to you.
Unfortunately for him, this turned out to be one of the most laughable apologies that has ever appeared on YouTube. And the FTC was not happy about it. A year later, T Martin and Syndicate were the first YouTubers ever to be punished by the FTC, legally forcing them to disclose all future sponsorships and never act like a regular customer again. Basically a slap on the wrist for what they did. But those were gamers who got exposed. It's been Sammy. Keep it here on T5G.
Let me just watch this quick.
YK did good or not? He didn't do bad. Oof.
I ain't gonna lie, he beating that boy.
Y'all think YK did good or not? He didn't do bad.
He didn't do bad. They were beating the shit out of him. What do you mean he didn't do bad? No, yeah, that's gonna be lit. Elden Ring DLC.
Hey, little baby, what's good, phone them? No, I'm a Z, homie. No, bro, I'm not even stepping on you, fo. I'm a real Z, though. I'm just trying to give you your credit, you feel me? I know I am, twin. I'm a Z. If you in Miami, you feel me? Show love, just be cool. You don't gotta be all extra, you hear me? Hey, much love, brother. Hey, God, I just want to let you know it's all love, brother. I understand respect, folks. Hey, little baby, what's good, phone them? No, I'm a Z, homie. No, bro, I'm not even stepping on you, fo. I'm a real Z, though. I'm just...
So people have to say, what the fuck? I was done with the conversation. That's a little bit of a joke. Okay, quick call of shame and then I'm gonna play something.
I just got fucking permabanned.
575 to 478.
Go ahead, 575.
The streamers are live and currently exploiting request permission to issue a permanent ban.
You have a Go 575. Enjoy.
Roger that, and thank you.
These cheaters have been punished by the men and women from Ricochet. All streamers are guilty until proven innocent.
Kids, plural?
Go touch grass.
I said go touch grass, brother. I don't touch grass. That's the thing.
Ass.
Yo, I don't touch grass at all. I sit inside and play the game all day. It's my job. I know. Yeah, I know. Good boy.
Joe has been caught inside a bot lobby. The players simply didn't even shoot back. He is claiming this is a world record. World record claims should be ignored when the opponents don't shoot back. Tell me if you see anything suspicious. Is this a bot lobby? It's my opinion that Joe has a massive amount of aim assist compared to the average player. Soon, I will be able to prove this, and during this video we'll speak more about it.
Fuck you, ass.
He missed a lot right there, though. Now it's open time.
Fuck you.
Enemy dropping into the area.
Okay, don't like hit every single shot like that. Now people can tell that they're like.
Right.
At least try to make it look believable. Good God.
plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
It's not a good spot to be in.
What's going on in the third monitor you're looking at? Must be one for gaming, one for your stream, and that's about it. I bet someone will make up an excuse. Oh, I gotta look at my other YouTube video. Well, no. My Discord's on my third screen.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
What?
No matter how silent it is where you are, there's no
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
I would also like to share some news on the new update to Guardian TrueSight.
With the latest update to Guardian TrueSight, you will be able to observe an advanced AI-powered system that delivers real-time on-screen analysis of aiming behavior. The system continuously tracks and records crosshair alignment with specific hitbox regions, such as the head, upper torso, and lower torso, providing a live, percentage-based breakdown of targeting patterns. Leveraging cutting-edge computer vision and behavioral modeling, Guardian TrueSight identifies subtle anomalies and aiming behaviors that are typically undetectable by the human eye, offering an unprecedented level of analytical precision. In addition, Guardian TrueSight now incorporates enhanced detection capabilities for input manipulation tools, including DS4 Windows-based scripts like anti-recoil and augmented aim assist. These improvements enable comprehensive, high-resolution profiling of player behavior to flag suspicious activity with exceptional accuracy. These new features will be integrated into all video reviews starting with our next analysis.
Gosh, man! That's a banger! That's a banger!
Get out of here. It's a banger. Betty. Oh my god, why would he say that? Okay. Let's go back to the streets. What is this? Okay. We gotta find something to play. What's this little PUBG addict? It's gonna be on PUBG. Yeah, but that's what spares. We didn't fight mammoths with our bare hands. That would be rip. I don't even know if we'd even have a chance if we did. See Marvel Rivals patch notes. Content. Weapon enrichment, controller mode, just on stacks full of 6 enemies, is ultimately only 5 attack or shit. Bind. Marathon beta still going? Let's just see. Arc Raiders just look a lot better than this. Wouldn't mind playing PUBG with my boy, but I have to disable some fucking security shit. It's goofy. Fucking retards. You dumbasses, really not. How the fuck am I supposed to hit dismiss? Oh my god. They're really that dumb. They really are that dumb. Okay. Not playing Mini Royale right now. Some frag punk. Ooh. One more. There we go. Ooh. Next month around in June, maybe play a little more Arc. I just have to renew my Game Pass and keep playing Expedition 33. Don't be proud of this. Take this out of here. Wait, that's today. Let me see what this looks like. We watch.
So, guys, thought that after beating Super Duper Fly, all was back to normal? Well, not quite. A new bunch of mysterious mutants has taken over the city, and somebody needs to do something about it. Are the Ninja Turtles up to the task? I know they've been training hard, and are keen to try their new moves. Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey will surely give their best. Be it facing the challenge on their own, or together as a team. But will it be enough? A malaise is spreading through the city, and it's impossible to know who's a friend anymore.
When did this come out? Oh my god, it's another game that already came out a long time ago. I mean, they're still dropping bangers on Game Pass, but still. So, Dredge. This came out 2023. Revenge of the Savage Planet. There's a video on it because I didn't play Journey to the Savage Planet. Something like that.
Stuck on a planet with nowhere to poop?
The juiciest burgers in the galaxy. Burger Squirt.
Flappy Extreme Learning Smartbot from Hot Whiz.
I smush it down my throat.
Our new Ding Dong!
Greetings, Brave Explorer. We here at Alta Interglobal would like to welcome you to our newest venture. The colonization of space.
In Florida.
You've spent almost a century hurtling through the universe in cryosleep, ready to begin your work on this strange alien planet. Unfortunately, changing market conditions have led us to the realization that space exploration is far too costly and unpredictable, and Alta has decided to cancel all future plans in space.
Something came across my mind. I beat Drift Apart a minute ago. I'm happy that it's highly rated. I'm just trying to see if they have another one planned for the future. Let's just see. That thing still has that's crazy. Fuck did you cancel it for? Probably for some shitty game. $20.29, y'all, and crack. No Fighting Force to the end of the year. No Ratchet and Clank at all. Let's try and Jack for oh great, I messed up, didn't I? Damn, they have no faith in Naughty Dog to make another Ratchet and Clank game good. Even though they did pretty good with the Last of Us games. Even though, admittedly, it is just Uncharted with zombies. That ain't no lie. Days for Doom the Dark Ages. Deathloop. Just doing the nice. The lead of Starfield wasn't black, was he? How for Forspoken? Haven't played that. What the fuck would make up? Okay. You just. And some of these are just games where you could, like. Sims in there? Better be. Yeah, because anyone could also make. That's such a, like, goofy, like. Should uppercut your dumb ass for even doing something like that.
Yo, I'm 17. Anyone want to go meet up at TwitchCon? Anyone want to meet up at TwitchCon? Just message me in my...
Ah, damn.
Just message me. Just message me. Just message me. Jobless on a Monday. Just message me. I thought that was gonna be edgy.
What a clown show, bro. Thought he was doing something. Ooh, you got me.
Yo, I'm 17. Anyone want to go meet up at TwitchCon? Anyone want to meet up at TwitchCon? Just message me in my...
Ah, damn.
Just message me. Just message me. Just message me. Jobless on a Monday. Just message me. I thought that was gonna be edgy.
What a clown show, bro. Thought he was doing something. Ooh, you got me.
Yo, I'm 17. Anyone want to go meet up at Twitch?
Yo, I'm 17. Anyone want to meet up at TwitchCon?
Hey everybody, my name is Trey.
Hey, Trey.
I'll cut to the chase. I've been addicted to weed for longer than I even remember at this point. I used to not think it would be that big of a deal, but I don't know. I feel like life just been passing me by. It's caused me to miss a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that coming here, hearing everybody else's stories, would hopefully lead me down the right direction.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, Trey. Okay, you can go next. Hey, girl.
What is he saying?
Wow. Carl was saying that he's been addicted to Fent Breeze since he was 15.
Fent Breeze?
Yes, that's when he mixed fentanyl with for Breeze.
Speak your truth, Earl. Speak your truth.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing, Earl. That was very profound. Let's choose the next person. Okay, you can go.
Okay, everybody, my name is Mark.
Hey, Mark.
And I've been addicted to vape for about 7 years now. And, sorry, my lung fell asleep. It's been very rough, no matter how much I love it. Next week will be my 10th birthday.
10th birthday?
And I really think
Wait, hold on.
What?
You're 9?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Trey, please don't interrupt when people are talking.
This nigga got wrinkles. Like,
all right, man, I'll let you
guys,
finish talking.
stop.
Can you let me
Trey,
finish
that
talking?
is rude. Let him share his experience, okay?
I had a rough life, okay? You don't know what I've been through,
years
man.
old. What have you been through in life?
My mom make me go to sleep every night at 9 p.m. You don't know my struggle.
Please, just let him share.
No, I'm done. Okay. I'm done explaining, actually.
We're sorry.
I
You
don't got
can
nothing to
explain, Mark.
I'm done.
Mark,
I'm done. If I'm gonna be judged, I'm done.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, you can go. All right, hey everybody. My name is Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean. I've been addicted to smoking that Thanos for a few years now, and it's been.
Hey, who's talking? Who's talking?
Oh yeah, I'm over here, bro. Right here. But yeah, I've been addicted for about a few years now, and at first when my arm turned to dust, I'm like, okay, this is fine, you know, because it still felt good. After that, I lost my legs. I didn't take it serious until my mom faded away. Now I'm like, okay, now it's affecting the people around me.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Oh, Trey, where are you going?
Trey, come on, man. Come on.
What happened, Trey?
No, let him go. Let him go. This nigga came here because of weed, a gateway drug. Nigga, you still at the gate. Grow up.
Nigga, you're 9 years
Grow
old.
up. Grow up, nigga.
Guys, please calm down.
What the hell you doing in my house, boy? Turn around. Don't make this harder than what it has to be.
Stop. What are you doing? Dude, I just needed some fix and flat.
I don't want to hear none of that shit, boy.
Okay, can I turn over real quick so I can explain myself? All right. So sometimes I do look through your window while you taking a shower.
Oh, you ain't saying
Hold on. Wait,
Turn around.
wait, let me finish my breakfast. No,
Let me
it
finish
wasn't
my
like
breakfast.
that. I like looking through people's windows, bro. Not like that. But I seen that you had some fix and flat in here. And I got a flat tire outside. I can't drive. So I decided to break into your house and grab your fix and flat instead of going to the store myself and buying it. I know that was crazy of me, but I don't feel like buying it, so I thought I'd just take yours. I'm sorry.
I can just call the police or I can take your butt.
What kind of conditions are
the two worst options.
I
Dude, I
can
mean,
take
like,
your butt.
I mean, what do you expect? What do I say to that?
Pick.
I don't want to pick one.
You gonna pick for you, boy. Pick for
Just
you.
call the cops, bro. Damn.
You sure you made up your mind?
Dude, just
can't knock it till you try it.
Bro, just call the police. I'm not doing this with you. Just call the cops. I'm not. We can sit here until the cops come, but I'm not about to continue conversation with you. You just tried to fuck me in my booty. You just tried to take my booty. I'm a grown man. You a grown man. You just tried to take my fucking butt.
When you just try to break into my house, I'm playing defense.
Defense? That ain't no fucking nigga. That's a foul. That's a flagrant foul.
When you try to break into my house,
Does that give you does me breaking into your house give you the right to fuck my booty, or does it give you the right to call the police? I would even excuse you like whipping my ass or something, bro. But you wanted to take my ass.
you want to take my fix and flat.
You did. Like,
You wanted to take my
do
fix
that.
and flat.
Like, yeah, I'm in the wrong for trying to break into your house, but you just tried to take my butt for it, though. And we both grown ass men. We both grown men. You got kids?
I got 5 kids.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
All right. I mean, yeah, I'll just sit here until I get here, bro. I'm not about to.
All right, it's the police. Who's getting arrested?
Hey, you know what? Listen, hey.
No,
you
okay,
ain't-
okay.
no, he's lying.
All right, okay.
He's lying.
All right, guys. Okay, all right.
Out of my way.
Oh,
Don't touch me.
okay, one at a time, guys. I can't really
Officer,
understand.
can you make him go to the corner and like look at the corner or something? I don't feel right when he
I
touches
ain't
me
even
right
do
now.
nothing.
No, this
Okay,
happened.
all right.
Shut up. He wasn't talking to you. He was talking to me.
I was talking to both of y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. You can't arrest me for this. I did break into his house, but it was because I needed some fix-a-flat. You see that fix-a-flat over there? I got a flat tire, and I needed to get the up out this neighborhood. I'm not from around here.
Right.
But so I came in. Now I know I can just go to the store and buy it, but I don't want to do that. I'm black. I'm a thief. I steal shit. I got a do-rag on you, boy.
Oh. Okay. I didn't really ask.
But yeah, so I broke into his house. That was wrong with me. I can put my hands out for the cuffs after I explain this stuff.
Okay.
He just tried to take my booty cheeks.
What?
That's what I'm saying. All I did was
He tried to break into my damn house.
But that doesn't give you the right to try to take my
Yeah,
ass.
no, you ain't supposed to take.
It's a defense mechanism.
No, hell no.
You want to take my butt though? You want to take my ass?
Yeah,
And
no.
next you want to take my booty? Because I broke into your house? Wouldn't you want to call the cops or try to fight me or something?
Yeah.
No. His first thought was just instead of beating my ass, he wanted to take it.
Oh no.
So, listen.
Hell no.
Lock me up and throw away the key.
Okay.
My big brother Ron gonna get you. I don't give a man. Take me out of here, bro. Just get me away from him, dude.
You've been sent to like a couple weeks in jail. I don't really know how to talk like a judge because I'm not a real judge. They got me off of Craigslist. I'm like a substitute judge. You feel me? So I don't really.
No, I ain't got nothing to say, dude.
I'm good. All right. Bailiff, go on. Get him.
All right, Master.
Just get him.
All right, Master. Come on.
Yeah. Go to jail.
All right, come on. Follow me.
Yo! What? You got me about to take a shower and this is...
Don't matter if it ain't real soap. That's all we got right now. So you're going to have to make it work just like the rest of us.
What, like this?
You gonna get it now.
Don't get that. No.
You drop something. It's all good.
Oh. I appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely not. Barvon, my office. As soon as possible. Unbelievable. I'm red hot right now. I'm red hot. Close the damn door! You're wide open. Like, shoot the ball. God, I cannot with you, Barvon. I'm not gonna call you Barvon anymore. I'm gonna call you Brandon Knight. You don't get it, do you? Brandon Knight, over a decade ago, he's an NBA player that gets paid millions of dollars to play basketball, and he blew a wide open layup. What? That's exactly what you just did, Barvon. So I'm going to call you Brandon Knight from now on. Barvon, we had fresh fish in our prison for the first time in 3 weeks. And you just let him right off the hook.
Fish was wiggling.
And let him